Have you ever noticed how some people seem to move with ease, even well into their 80s and beyond, while others struggle to stay active? Maybe you've felt it yourself, stiffness in your legs, a little hesitation before taking the stairs, or that moment when you wonder, is this just part of getting older? The truth is, while aging does bring changes, it doesn't mean you have to give up your mobility. In fact, with just a few simple exercises, you can keep your legs strong, improve your balance, and continue walking with confidence for years to come. And the best part? You don't need a gym, fancy equipment, or hours of exercise to see the benefits. Today, we're going to walk through 5 simple movements that can make a world of difference in keeping you active and independent. These aren't just any exercises, they're specifically designed to strengthen the muscles that keep you steady on your feet, improve flexibility, and reduce the risk of falls. So whether you're 60, 70, or even pushing past 80, this is for you. Let's start with something easy. Picture yourself sitting in your favorite chair, maybe with a book or a cup of tea. Now, instead of just getting up the way you normally do, I want you to focus on standing up with control. No pushing off with your hands, no rocking forward, just using the strength in your legs to lift yourself. This simple movement, called a sit-to-stand, is one of the best ways to maintain strong legs. It mimics the exact motion you use every day when getting up from a couch, a bed, or even the toilet. At first, you might feel your thighs working hard, maybe even a little wobbly. That's okay. The more you practice, the easier it gets. And if it feels too challenging, you can start by using a higher chair or placing a cushion under you to reduce the distance you have to stand. The key is to engage those muscles and let them do the work, rather than relying on momentum. Now, let's take it a step further. Imagine you're walking through a crowded room, maybe at a family gathering or a restaurant. You turn to greet someone, and suddenly, you feel a little off balance. That's because as we age, our ability to stabilize ourselves when we change direction can decline. But there's a way to train your body to stay steady, by practicing heel-to-toe walking. This is as simple as walking along an imaginary tightrope. Place one foot directly in front of the other, making sure your heel touches the toes of the opposite foot each time you step. It might feel tricky at first, but that's exactly why it works. It forces your brain and muscles to work together, improving coordination and stability. If you're worried about balance, start by holding onto a wall or the back of a sturdy chair. And here's a little trick. If you ever feel unsteady in real life, slow down your steps and focus on placing your feet carefully. Your body remembers what it practices, so the more you work on this, the more confident you'll feel when moving around. As you get comfortable with these first 2 exercises, you'll start to notice small but powerful changes. Standing up will feel easier, walking will feel more secure, and you'll carry yourself with more confidence. And we're just getting started. There's another simple move that can make a huge difference in your mobility, and I'll walk you through it next. One of the most common challenges people face as they get older is feeling unsteady on their feet. Maybe you've noticed it yourself. Stepping off a curb feels a little trickier, or you find yourself reaching for support when you didn't need to before. This is completely normal, but here's the good news. You can train your body to regain stability and control, just like you would strengthen a muscle. Think about this. When you were younger, you didn't have to think about balance. Your body just knew what to do. But as we age, we tend to move less, sit more, and over time, our muscles and reflexes don't react as quickly as they used to. The trick isn't to avoid movement, it's to practice it in a way that keeps your body prepared for everyday situations. That's where this next simple exercise comes in. I want you to try standing on one foot. Sounds simple, right? But don't be fooled. The moment you lift one foot off the ground, your entire body has to work together to keep you steady. Your legs, core, and even the tiny stabilizing muscles in your ankles all engage at once. Start by standing near a counter or a sturdy chair, just in case you need a little support. Lift one foot an inch or 2 off the floor and hold it there for as long as you can. If you can manage 10 seconds, great. If not, start with just a few seconds and build up over time. Then switch to the other foot. You will probably notice that one side feels easier than the other, and that's completely normal. Now, Here's where it gets interesting. If this feels too easy, try doing it while brushing your teeth or waiting for your coffee to brew. The more you incorporate balance practice into your daily routine, the stronger and steadier you'll feel. And if you want to challenge yourself even more, try closing your eyes for a few seconds. Just be sure to stay near something sturdy. You'll be surprised at how much harder it is. This small habit can make a huge difference. You'll find yourself feeling more secure when stepping over uneven ground, turning around quickly, or even just getting dressed in the morning. And speaking of daily movements, there's another simple exercise that can help make every step you take feel lighter and easier. Let's talk about your calves for a second. They're the powerhouse muscles that push you forward when you walk, help you climb stairs, and keep your ankles strong. But if they're weak or tight, every step can start to feel heavier. That's why calf raises are such a game changer. Here's how you do them. Stand tall with your feet about hip width apart. Slowly rise up onto your toes, lifting your heels as high as you can, then lower back down with control. Sounds easy, right? But don't rush through it. The key is to move slowly and deliberately. If you need support, hold onto a counter or chair for balance. And if you really want to maximize the benefits, try pausing for a second at the top before lowering back down. Over time, this strengthens your calves, improves circulation in your legs, and even helps reduce foot pain. You might not realize it, but stronger calves can make walking feel smoother and more effortless. You'll notice the difference when you're out for a stroll, climbing a small hill, or even just getting up from a low chair. Every step will feel lighter, and you'll have more spring in your stride. The best part? These exercises don't take much time, and they don't require any special equipment. Just a few minutes a day can set you up for years of better mobility. And we're not done yet. There's another key movement that can help keep you walking strong well into your 80s and beyond. Let's dive into that next. There's something truly empowering about feeling steady on your feet. When you don't have to second-guess your steps, the world opens up, you walk with confidence, move with ease, and never have to worry about keeping up with your grandkids or enjoying a walk in the park. But to keep that feeling, there's one area of your body you absolutely cannot ignore: your hips. Your hips are like the foundation of a house. If they're weak, everything above and below them struggles to stay strong. They support your entire lower body, help you take big, confident strides, and even play a major role in your balance. That's why keeping them strong and mobile is one of the best things you can do to maintain your independence. So let's get those hips working. Find a sturdy chair or countertop to hold onto for support. Stand tall and gently lift one leg out to the side, keeping it straight. You don't need to go very high, just enough to feel your outer hip working. Lower it back down slowly and repeat about 10 times before switching to the other leg. At first, you might notice a little tightness or even some wobbling. That's completely normal. Those small stabilizing muscles in your hips and legs are waking up. Over time, as they get stronger, you'll notice it becomes easier to move in all directions, stepping sideways, pivoting, even catching yourself if you trip. And here's something interesting: strong hips don't just help with walking. They also protect your knees. If you've ever felt knee pain after a long walk or standing for too long, weak hip muscles might be part of the reason. When your hips aren't strong enough, your knees take on extra stress, which can lead to discomfort over time. But the stronger your hips get, the more they support your knees, keeping everything aligned and moving smoothly. Now, let's talk about another part of your body that plays a huge role in your ability to move with ease: your core. A lot of people think core strength is just about having a flat stomach, but it's so much more than that. Your core is like your body's natural support system. It helps you stay upright, prevents you from slouching, and makes every movement, from walking to bending down to tie your shoes, feel easier and more controlled. One of the simplest ways to strengthen your core is with an exercise called the seated knee lift. Sit tall in a chair with your feet flat on the ground. Slowly lift one knee up toward your chest, hold for a second, then lower it back down. Switch to the other leg and keep alternating for about 10 reps on each side. This might seem like a small movement, but don't underestimate it. Every time you lift your knee, your core muscles engage to stabilize your body. And the stronger your core, the better your balance. You'll feel more secure when standing up, turning around, and even carrying groceries or reaching for something on a high shelf. A strong core also helps protect your lower back. If you've ever felt that dull ache after standing for too long, a weak core could be to blame. Strengthening these muscles helps distribute weight more evenly, reducing strain and keeping you comfortable throughout the day. By now, you might be feeling a little more aware of how your body moves. Maybe you're noticing which muscles feel a little weaker or tighter than others. That's a good thing. The more in tune you are with your body, the easier it becomes to take care of it. And there's still one more movement that ties everything together, one final exercise that helps keep your legs, hips, and core working in harmony so you can stay active and independent for years to come. Let's get into that next. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of the game. You've learned how to strengthen your legs, improve your balance, and engage your core, all key ingredients to staying mobile and independent. Now, let's put everything together with one final movement that mimics something you do every single day: walking. Walking isn't just about putting one foot in front of the other. It's a full body movement that requires coordination, strength, and balance. And if you've ever felt like your steps are getting shorter, your pace is slowing down, or you're just not as steady as you used to be, this next exercise is going to help. I want you to try something called the step back lunge. Now, don't let the word lunge scare you. This isn't about doing big, dramatic movements like an athlete. This is a gentle, controlled exercise that strengthens your legs and improves your balance, helping you feel more stable with every step. Start by standing tall with your feet hip-width apart. Hold onto a sturdy chair or counter if you need support. Take a small step backward with one foot, lowering your back knee just slightly before stepping back to the starting position. Then switch legs and do the same thing on the other side. The key here is control. You're not trying to drop down into a deep lunge, you're just practicing the movement of stepping back and pushing yourself forward again. This simple motion helps train the muscles you use when walking, climbing stairs, or even catching yourself if you trip. If you find this movement challenging, start small. You don't even have to lower your knee at first, just focus on stepping back and returning to center. Over time, as your legs get stronger, you'll notice that walking feels easier and more natural. And here's something interesting: practicing this movement can actually help you walk faster. As we get older, our walking speed tends to slow down, not because we're incapable of moving quickly, but because our muscles aren't firing as efficiently as they used to. By training them with exercises like this, you can rebuild that strength and confidence, making it easier to walk at a steady pace without feeling unsteady or fatigued. But here's the most important thing I want you to take away from all of this: movement is the key to longevity. It's not about doing intense workouts or pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about small, simple movements that keep your body strong, flexible, and ready for whatever life throws your way. You don't have to do all of these exercises at once. Start with just one or two and build from there. Even a few minutes a day can make a world of difference. And the more consistent you are, the more you'll start to notice changes. Walking feels lighter, your balance improves, and everyday movements become easier. Most importantly, remember this: staying active isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. It's about feeling strong, confident, and capable, no matter your age. So, if you're ready to keep moving forward, take that first step today. Your future self will thank you. Now that we've gone through these simple yet powerful exercises, let's take a moment to talk about something just as important: staying consistent. You might be feeling motivated right now, ready to stand up and start moving. But as with anything in life, the real benefits come when you stick with it. Think about it this way: if you planted a garden today, you wouldn't expect full-grown tomatoes by tomorrow, right? Your body works the same way. Strength, balance, and mobility all improve with time and repetition. The more you move, the easier it gets. The key is to make these exercises a natural part of your daily routine. So, where do you start? The good news is, you don't have to set aside an hour each day or follow a strict workout plan. Just find small moments in your routine where movement makes sense. For example, You could practice the sit-to-stand exercise every time you get up from a chair. Instead of pushing off with your hands, focus on using your leg muscles. Over time, this simple habit will make standing up and sitting down feel effortless. Or try balancing on one foot while brushing your teeth. You're already standing there for 2 minutes, why not train your balance at the same time? It's a small change, but one that strengthens your stabilizing muscles without adding extra time to your day. Another easy trick? Walk with intention. The next time you're out for a stroll, focus on taking strong, deliberate steps. Engage your core, keep your posture tall, and let your arms swing naturally. The more mindful you are about how you move, the stronger your walking muscles will become. And if you ever feel like skipping a day, remind yourself of why you started. Maybe you want to keep up with your grandkids, take long walks without worrying about your balance, or simply feel more confident in your body. Whatever your reason, hold on to it. Let it be the thing that keeps you moving, even on days when you don't feel like it. Because here's the truth, aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. You have more control over your mobility than you might think. And by making small, consistent efforts today, you're setting yourself up for years of strength, confidence, and independence. So, as we wrap up, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Not to do everything perfectly. Not to push yourself beyond your limits. But simply to keep moving. One step at a time, one small effort at a time. Because every bit counts, and your body will thank you for it. If you found these exercises helpful, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear how they're working for you. And if you want more tips on staying strong and active as you age, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. Here's to moving with confidence, walking strong, and living life to the fullest, at any age. Keep going, and I'll see you in the next video. That's it, you've made it through the full set of exercises designed to keep you walking strong for years to come. But before you go, let's talk about something just as important as movement itself, mindset. Because the truth is, your body will follow where your mind leads. If you tell yourself, I'm too old for this, or it's just part of aging, then you'll start to believe it. But if you tell yourself, I can get stronger and I'm in control of how I move, then your body will respond. Every time you choose to get up and move instead of staying still, you're sending a powerful message to your muscles, your bones, and even your brain, I'm still in this. I'm not giving up. And that mindset can change everything. Think about the people you admire most, the ones who seem to defy age, who stay active, independent, and full of life. They aren't lucky. They've simply made movement a priority. They've kept going, even when it felt easier to sit still. And that's exactly what you can do, too. It's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or even 90, your body can still get stronger. Your balance can still improve. And the more you move, the better you'll feel, not just physically, but mentally, too. Because movement isn't just about muscles and bones. It's about confidence. It's about being able to step out of your house without hesitation, climb stairs without worry, and keep up with the people and activities you love. So don't stop here. Keep practicing these exercises. Keep finding ways to add movement into your day. Keep reminding yourself that every small effort adds up. Because the future version of you, the one who's still walking strong at 80 and beyond, is counting on the choices you make today. And if this video inspired you, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one thing you're doing today to stay active? And if you haven't already, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more tips on living strong and feeling your best at any age. Here's to many more years of strength, confidence, and walking with ease. Keep moving, keep believing in yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.